This is a quick video about memory and how it changes over our lives. And here's a quick trail just so we can talk about the subject. So to start with, it's worth knowing that memory does change as we get older, and it does two things. It's because our brain is wanting to help us harmonise with other people, with society, and it's also wanting to protect our sense of identity. It's wanting to make us feel secure about ourselves. So what happens is, as we're born, there's quite a lot of embedded systems, and those are really quite important because they allow children, babies, to learn very quickly. So they're all about pattern matching and recognition of objects and people. And what that leads to is the ability to harmonise very quickly with parents and with other people, and to learn. But one of the things which is going on as we get older is our brains are changing. The actual matter of our brain changes. And that creates an issue of childhood amnesia. So when we're about 7 or 8, we begin to forget what happened before then. And that creates this slight gap, which helpfully having parents and friends involved means that we can remember that past which we forget. Then as we get a bit older, in our 20s, we have what's known as a memory bump. What that's about is the ability to remember more facts, remember more skills, remember more about our friends, and that helps us socialise, and that also helps us have the skills to be able to be successful. In middle age, there's a slight weirdness that our brain is becoming slightly impaired, so we need to have nostalgia. Nostalgia is about the ability of the brain to pull stuff out of the memory bump to make us feel happy about who we are, to remember who we are and what we know, because we're actually having a greater difficulty remembering stuff. So nostalgia really matters. It's actually quite important to us. And finally, as we get really older, we get to old age and we get to the area of anecdote. Anecdote really matters as well, because what that's about is being able to remember things that have happened in our lives and recall them quickly, because our brains have become impaired, and therefore in order to be able to remain part of society, we have to be able to remember information, ideas quickly, and that's what anecdote does. It makes us able to be involved, remain socially harmonised, even when our memory systems are impaired. Anyway, that's just a quick chat.